light jog just to kind of get the muscles moving, get them ready and active for exercise. So for a light jog, depends on how much space you have, but all you'll do is jog down and back twice. So the next exercise we're going to do is a knee hug. So for the knee hug, what you'll do is you're going to grab one knee, pull it towards you, take a step forward, feel free to stop in between, grab the other knee, and then you'll do that walking motion until you hit the end of the yard. Good, you can relax. So once you're at the end of the knee hugs, all you're gonna do is turn around and then do high kicks. So for a high kick, all you're going to do, alternating legs, kick one leg up, trying to keep it nice and straight. Feel free to touch your toes and then take a step forward, alternating legs, all the way back. Good. Next exercise is just going to be a static alternating lunge. So when you're lunging forward, you want to make sure front foot stays flat on the ground. Knee should be at about a 90. You're just going down as far as is comfortable. What we want to avoid is making sure the knee goes over the toes. It should be in line with your ankle. And then you'll take a step back, alternate legs, and back up. Good. Good. You can relax. So last warm-up exercise is going to be arm circles. All you're going to do, bring those shoulders around nice and wide, 5 times counterclockwise and 5 times clockwise. So you can start off with nice big arm circles, and then depending on how warm or tight you are, you can always bring them in and do smaller arm circles also. Good, so try and keep those arms nice and straight. Good. And you start off circuit 1. Our exercises include a lateral lunge, a tricep dip, a sumo squat, and a mountain climber. So to start off, lateral lunge, all you're going to do, just like we did in the warm-up, is a normal lunge, but this time we're going side to side instead of front to back. So for a lateral lunge, all you're going to do, take a nice big step out, keeping that foot flat on the ground. Again, making sure our knees aren't going over our toes, keeping our hips back, trying to keep feet flat on both legs, back together, and out. So we'll do 8 reps on each side. Oh. Good. And you can relax. So next exercise is going to be a tricep dip. So with the tricep dip, you're just going to grab a piece of the wall, walk those legs up, or walk them out till you're in a plank position, and then just trying to drop until you hit 90 degrees with the elbows. Yep. Good, and then just coming to 90 right there. And you're trying to keep the elbows back. That'll focus more on the triceps. Alright, next exercise is going to be a sumo squat. So for sumo squat, what you're going to do is take a nice wide stance, typically about shoulder width. Toes are going to be pointed out to give you a little bit more hip mobility. And then all you're doing, I like to have my hands in front. You can have them wherever you like. Dropping down as far as is comfortable, making sure that our knees aren't caving in on the squat, and then back up. So focusing on hips back, nice and low, and then back up. mountain climbers. So for mountain climbers, go ahead and get on your hands and knees, or hands and toes. So starting in a plank position, all you're going to do is bring one leg knee up towards your chest, and then you're going to alternate. So to make it a little bit more modified, you can do a little bit slower, one leg at a time. To make it more challenging, you can alternate immediately in a more jumping style. Good. Relax. So for circuit 2, our 4 exercises include Russian twists, burpees, incline push-ups, and step-ups with a knee drive. So to start off with our Russian twists, you're going to have a seat on the ground. You're going to pick your feet up off the ground. Knees should be at about a 90-degree angle. And then you're just going to rotate side to side, focusing on trying to keep those legs nice and straight, nice and stable, and then just rotating slow, controlled movements. You can relax. So that'll focus on core engagement. Next is going to be a burpee. So for a burpee, you're going to start in push-up position and drop down into a push-up, push yourself back up, and then you're going to walk or jump and then stand back up. For an added challenge, you can also jump once you're finished. Next exercise is going to be an incline push-up. So you'll grab a piece of wall or bench, whatever you have available. Normal push-up position, how you have your hands is up to you if you'd like a wide or narrow stance. And then all you're going to do, just like a normal push-up, is drop down, push yourself back up, focusing on core engagement and making sure that everything is nice and stable. You can relax. Last exercise is going to be a step up with a knee drive. So again, we're going to be utilizing the wall. For the step up, all you're going to do is take a step up onto the wall with one foot, and then you're going to drive your knee on the opposite leg through. So right foot up, left knee through. Alternating sides. So with this, we want to focus on engaging our glutes. So as we're stepping up, we should be squeezing the glutes, and then slow controlled movement on the way down to make sure that we're not harming knees, ankles, anything like that. You can relax. Alright, so to start circuit 1, you'll start with a lateral lunge. You're going to do 8 reps on each leg. Then we'll move into a tricep dip for 15 reps, a sumo squat for 15 reps, and then mountain climbers for 15 on each side. So when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start. You're trying to do this as quickly as possible. And then once you guys are all the way through, go ahead and stop. And I'll coach you on the way. So remember, you're going to start off with a lateral lunge, 8 reps on each side. Ready, go. And make sure feet stay flat on the ground. Watch those knees. Once you guys have finished your 8 reps on each leg, you're going to go into a tricep dip. So remember, tricep dip is 15 reps. You're just going as far as you can, not past 90 degrees. Nice job. Keep it up. Good. Keep pushing. So once you've done your 15 tricep dips, you're going to move into a sumo squat. So feet should be about shoulder width apart, toes can be pointing out, and then you're just going as far as is comfortable, not past 90. 15 reps. And then once you hit your 15, your last exercise are going to be mountain climbers. And you're going to do 15 on each side, or 30 total. Okay, the faster you go, the more you engage your core, but if you need to slow down, feel free. We want to try and get this done as quickly as possible, but without sacrificing form and quality. Alright, so to finish with our cool down, we're going to start off with a jog or walk, whichever you guys would prefer, and then we'll move into some static stretching. So for your jog or walk, go ahead and go down to the back or to the bottom, down and back twice. So it should just be a light jog. This is just to get a little bit of active recovery. Two. Helps to decrease some of the lactic acid buildup. Okay, go ahead and grab your towels. And then you're going to have a seat and move into a calf stretch. So before exercise, we prefer a more dynamic warm-up to get the muscle groups stretched while also activated. And in the cool down, we like to implement the static stretching. So calf stretch, you guys are just gonna kick your legs straight out in front of you, trying to keep your back nice and straight. You can relax them on the ground. You're just gonna try and reach forward, touch your toes. So this can act as both a hamstring and a calf stretch depending on how tight a muscle group can be. This is kind of a combo between a hamstring and a little bit of a calf stretch. To get more of your calf, try and keep your toes pointed up towards the sky. Next, you guys are gonna go ahead and stand up. Pick a spot on the wall, and then you're gonna prop your foot up so your toes are up against the wall, heel on the ground. And then you're gonna lean forward, so this will definitely isolate the calves. So when you're stretching, normally we've all been told hold for 30 seconds, but I like to implement 10 breaths. It roughly equates to 30 seconds, and it focuses more on the breathing versus holding your breath. So go ahead and switch sides. Good. And then if you want to get more of an Achilles stretch, you can bend that front knee. So it'll lean a little bit closer to the wall, and you should feel it a little bit lower in the calf. Last stretch is going to be a quad stretch. So standing on one leg, you're going to bring one leg up, almost like a flamingo. And then if you want to extend that bent leg back a little bit, it'll isolate the quadriceps. Hold that for 10 breaths, and then we'll switch to the other side. So because our circuits were more focused on lower body versus upper body, I wanted to focus specifically on more major lower body muscle groups. But with static stretching, feel free to add any additional stretches as needed where you feel like you need a stretch.